The ADL heat map. So, hate, extremism, anti Semitism, and terrorism. So, this is where the numbers come from when they say it's all right wing. It's the vast majority is right wing hate. That's where it comes from. It comes from this. Okay, so let's see. What have we got here? Total incidents 343. This is for 2025. Here's the menu: right wing, white supremacist; Islamist, right wing, anti government; left wing, right wing, other, then unknown, and then other. So I just put in right wing, right wing, right wing, right wing, other. You'll notice there's no left wing, other. There's no left wing, anti government. What's Antifa exactly? I don't think they're super pro government. You're already starting to see how this is rigged. So they've got 343 here. And on this map, you can see there's lots all over the place, lots all over the place. So let's change the metrics here. Let's see. So let's get rid of the right wing, and let's do the only option you have for left wing, just the one there. Let's apply that. What have you got? Zero, zero, none. Well, I guess they're right. I guess it is all of the right wing. But I seem to remember something. Wasn't there something that happened in hold on a second. Wasn't there something that happened in Los Angeles this year? They've got nothing there. Isn't that weird? Let's see. Yeah, there was something. Attacking ICE and attacking police, throwing rock and burning cars and burning tons of stuff. Remember that? Huh. That's weird. I could have sworn that happened this year. That isn't included on the ADL heat map. You're starting to see how it works. I wonder if it's anything from Portland. There's always something on. Antifa runs Portland, right? Let's see, nothing at Portland either. What about like New York? Well, actually, we don't even need to look because we know. Zero. Nothing. My God, the left is well behaved. Did you have any idea how well behaved the left is? Well, you're starting to get how they do this now. It's genuinely unbelievable. I wonder, there must be something, because there was like months of rioting, $2 billion worth of damage in 2020. All that BLM stuff, a couple of dozen people were killed. There was arson, looting. I mean, that surely must be on this, right? It surely must be on it. Let's see, total incidents, 9. So in 2020, there were 9 incidents of concern from the left. There we go. There we go. I guess there was a little bit. There was one extremist murder in Portland. I know there was one because a MAGA guy was murdered by an Antifa walking down the street. So 9 for 2020, $2 billion worth of damage. There was at least a couple of dozen people killed, innocent people, looting, arson, all of it. Police officers attacked, but apparently nothing, because the left is really well behaved, except for all of the terrible things that they're constantly doing. And then let's take a look at right wing. So let's get rid of the left wing, right wing, right wing. Let's go. 2020, 5,233 versus 9 for the left. Versus 9. That's in 2020. So I'm sure what everybody remembers about 2020 was all of those right wingers rioting and looting, right? And murdering. I'm sure that's what everybody remembers about 2020. This is obscene. This is obscene. I'm sure that there must be some journalists who use this data, who go to this and go, well, this can't be right. Like, this obviously isn't right. This is a lie. If you just were an alien who came to Earth and you were using this as a resource and you wanted to find out about 2020 in the United States, you would think that the country had been overrun by right-wing violence. And then you check left wing, which there's only one option for here. And you would go, oh, there's only 9. Oh, this is how it's done, folks. This is how the sausage is made. Let's go back to 0 total incidents for 2025 from the left. Again, I don't know. Seem to remember all this stuff happening in LA. Obviously, what happened to Charlie Kirk. There was the just a few weeks ago, just a trans shooting at the Christian school. They don't count any of that, though, is the thing. And as you'll see here, as we'll go through this again, another trick they do is right wing anti government. So anything anti government is right wing. So Antifa's anti government. I guess that all goes into the right wing column. This is how they scam everybody. You've got this one option to check left wing, which is extremely limited. It apparently doesn't include any anti government activities. I guess the left doesn't do that except all the time that they do. I guess when they like besiege a federal courthouse in Portland for months and try and burn it down, or they burn down a police precinct in Minnesota, that's right-wing violence, I guess, because there's not even an option for left-wing anti-government. Here, it's just left-wing. Right wing, right wing, right wing. They should at least put the Islamist and left wing together in one if they're doing this with the right, but they won't. So you can see it's totally rigged. That's how they do it. That's how they scam you. Hold on. So this is the glossary of extremism and hate from the ADL. Neo-Nazi, great replacement. Let's see. America First, now commonly known as President Trump's foreign policy strategy, emphasizing American nationalism and non-intervention, but evil. Don't forget evil, because the ADL is telling you that it's in their glossary of extremism and hate. So America First is extremism and hate. Don't forget it. Let's see. Turning Point USA. In their glossary of hate and extremism. Turning Point USA. That is Charlie Kirk's organization. Turning Point USA. How do these people sleep at night? Honestly, how do they sleep at night? It's grotesque. This is what the media uses to justify. Well, ADL has it on their hate group list. Just this moderate, very moderate organization led by a very moderate man. Let's see, ADL, this is their hate on display, hate symbols database. It's basically rigged, so just anything can be interpreted as hate. 100%. 100% is shorthand for 100% white. Is it? Or is it just that in your imagination? Or you saw that on a message board in like 2007 that like 4 people read? Because that's their standard, by the way. Let's see. They've got all the numbers here. They're trying to get all the numbers in there, right? Look at all these numbers. Did you know all these numbers were evil? Look, they got the 1423. What is that? Like some like white supremacist tax form? Apparently it's all evil. They just cover everything. Did you know that 28's hate as well? Did you know 28's hate? Better hope your birthday isn't on the 28th, or else it's a hate birthday. Let's see, 43. I mean, look at this. How is a white supremacist supposed to remember all of these, right? You couldn't possibly. Racist hand signs. Let's check out that. Let's see, because I'm pretty sure they had the OK hand sign. Don't do that. That's a hate sign. Let's see. Hold on. OK hand gesture. There it is. Trump did it, so it's hate. You can't make this stuff up. It's so hilarious. It's like they just try and it's just like everything, every number and every like thing a person can do with their hands is hate. So just in case they need it, in case they need to smear somebody as being a hate, they've got it all right here. Whatever you do with your hand, don't worry. Somehow it's hateful. Hate on display. Okay, hand gesture. Still up. I would have assumed they would have taken it down by now because it's so absurd. But no, apparently not. All good. All good. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.